Bah si jamais j'ai faim, j'irai me chercher à manger, quoi.
Et bonsoir YouTube.
On continue. Enlève ta tête, je vois rien. Non, maintenant vous savez pourquoi
Bonsoir
j'ai faim.
YouTube, bienvenue. Parfois. Bienvenue pour un épisode de The Console. Nous faisons le chapitre 9. Il nous reste un point. Est-ce qu'il y a un truc en un point qu'on peut faire progresser? Non. Voilà.
Tu me fais mal.
Bah, je m'en fous. Succès déverrouillé. Très bien. Maintenant, de toute façon, le jeu, pour avoir tous les succès, on n'a plus qu'à terminer le jeu. Pour moi, j'ai tout fait sur le jeu. C'est bon. On a juste à le faire. Ça, c'est déjà une bonne chose.
Monsieur Peru
Peru.
has lost his mind. It's obvious.
Yet another way for the French to make a spectacle of themselves. Well, once again, it has worked.
Il a raison.
Let us settle down, please. We are all in shock, of course. Let us celebrate Louis's courage. He enabled us to avert a tragedy.
Yes, that was very noble of you, Louis.
Ouais, hein, c'est vrai que si moi je m'étais pas levé le cul, vous l'auriez laissé crever. Hein.
He owes you his life. That's quite something.
That madman deserves to die.
Oh, super.
We are
Ah!
providing Monsieur Peru with care, but rest assured, he is no longer a danger to himself or anyone else. I think everyone needs a little rest.
Louis.
Can you stay a moment?
Of course.
Oh merde.
Puis-je vous voir après les cours?
Alors, vous avez fait quelque chose de pas bien, monsieur Louis.
Bah, 3 bouquins, t'as pas le choix. Hein. Tac, tac, tac. Allez, hop. Ça, c'est fait.
C'est la merde. J'ai perdu mon épée dans ma salle secrète. Seriez-vous au courant?
Louis, I wanted to thank you personally. I admire what you did to save Monsieur Peru's life. You have given us all a wonderful lesson in courage.
Don't mention it, my lord. You would have done the same. I was just quicker.
Ah, humility is a fine quality, sir.
Where is he now?
In his room, I've sedated him. I
Putain,
don't
légumes.
want him trying to take his life again. Or, worse yet, attacking one of the guests. When in despair, Monsieur Peru is clearly a dangerous man.
Pourquoi l'avoir invité? Ah, j'aimerais bien ça. Si possible. Au pire, maintenant on peut utiliser hein, les objets. Hein, on n'a pas le droit. Pourquoi il bug?
Ah oui, c'est vrai. Bah, ah là c'est 0. Et ça, c'est. Arrête tes mains de.
Pourquoi il bug?
Attends, on va voir aussi ce qu'il est là. Lui, j'ai oublié. C'est qui, Mortimer?
Oui,
On
en
l'a
haut.
pas Ouais, c'est quoi?
Une unité science.
Bon,
Bah, là, y a
de
pas.
science, donc
Non.
ça va. Donc on peut tenter ça.
Bah oui.
C'est ça que tu veux.
Bah ouais, moi ça
Tell me,
m'intéresse.
my lord, what did you expect of him exactly? I found it difficult to understand what his role was here.
In fact, I asked him here to speak about our collaboration. His mission was soon to come to an end, and I was hoping to persuade him to slow down. I had a few interesting missions abroad to propose to him.
Did you tell him that?
I just let him know that perhaps it was time to move on to something else.
Putain, c'est
On
trop
that
bien,
note, my lord,
déchaîné.
I'll be leaving you. Have we covered everything?
Absolutely. Oh, Louis, one more thing, please. What a pity you didn't support me during the conference. I hope I can count on you on the day of the
Il
vote.
essaie de nous...
This major project needs men like
C'est
you,
vrai, il est
Louis.
plutôt doux dans sa façon d'agir.
Bah c'est comme ça qu'on est censé fonctionner. Hein.
And you never know, right? Maybe by then, I'll see things differently.
Well, thank you for allowing me to believe in that possibility, Louis. From here on, I shall make it my mission to persuade you
Bah, moi, je
to
veux bien
change
qu'il
your
me
vote.
convainque.
En fait,
Be
là,
my
moi,
Je
le...
commence à me dire
But
que les gens se
I
trouvent,
hope your
Là,
arguments
moi, le
are
truc, c'est
very,
qu'en fait,
very
j'aimerais
persuasive,
parler à la mère.
because I'm not the only one who
Et
is on
savoir
your
ce qu'elle
side.
sait, en fait.
Oh, rest
C'est
assured,
là, moi, c'est ça le truc
I
qui
am
m'intéresse.
working
Parce
on
que
it.
discuter
well.
avec les autres, ça va jamais
I'll
nous
see you
avancer.
later.
Ils pensent qu'à leur politique. Si effectivement elle en sait plus, peut-être qu'elle va pouvoir nous éclaircir sur ce bordel. Voilà
Mais
quoi.
pourquoi ma chambre? Je veux voir ma mère, bordel.
Bah non, tu retournes dans ta chambre.
Pour se taper Emily version 2 là.
Ah bah non, l'autre elle est morte, hein, donc on va pas se la taper. Hein,
Non, mais je veux dire une deuxième fois.
Ah, moi je veux bien. Hein. Le public demande. Hein.
Bah super, c'est pour voir des gens s'embrasser graphiquement à 3 mètres d'écart, voilà quoi.
S'il te plaît, nous sommes sur internet, nous avons des limites.
C'est
On
quoi
ne peut
les-
pas se permettre non plus de montrer des culs et des chattes.
Oui, non, mais là, c'était moche quoi. C'est même pas séparé, ça, c'était moche.
Oui, bah.
Your Eminence.
Ah, Louis.
Ah,
Well
Louis!
done, my son. You may well have saved our lives. Who knows what that madman was capable of?
It was a reflex reaction.
And modest as well. Sarah would be proud of you. It's not going to help matters for Mortimer. Now he has one less vote for the conference.
Il est pas trop ému. Pas trop ému.
Mais il parle, c'est qui le il? C'est Mortimer?
Non, c'est lui.
Je sais pas quoi mettre.
L'autre là à droite, il est gratuit ou il coûte
Non,
vraiment
il
3?
coûte
Putain, il
vraiment
coûte vraiment 3. Oh là là.
Je vais mettre ça.
Bon, vas-y. Hein.
You don't seem too affected by it, though.
Louis, I do not appreciate your remark, which I will put down to the indiscretions of youth.
On en parle.
I am
parce qu'on
here
véhicule
in
notre
the
impoli.
interests of the Holy See,
Le prêtre.
but I am above all a Christian, and it hurts me to see lost souls take a wrong turn.
Of course. Of course. But even with such a setback, I'd still be wary of Mortimer. I sense he has still a few surprises in store for us.
Oh, I fully agree with you. I learned about your failure with Washington.
I did my best. The president is a shrewd diplomat.
It was perhaps too early to send you to the front line of the battle.
Tu vois, on retourne dans ton autre, quand même.
Don't blame yourself.
C'est peut-être juste avec Washington ou
I am
la
tired.
relation n'est peut-être plus
If you don't
ça va.
mind,
très bonne.
I shall retire to my bed.
Ah, mon
Ouais,
avis.
Il a apprécié qu'on était francs.
Oui, mais il doit avoir un peu moins confiance en nous maintenant.
Il a dit qu'on était inexpérimentés, et ce qui est pas faux du tout.
Peut-être, mais pourquoi tu vas là?
Je sais pas chez qui je suis.
Mais chez Washington, on s'en branle.
Alors, beaucoup, j'aurais pu mettre l'excuse, je me suis trompé de ton.
Monseigneur
Ah, la
is
gestion
in
des
its
caméras,
quality
au secours.
Huh, that's me.
Mais personne n'allait pouvoir avant.
Non.
Après, il va encore dire vous n'avez pas parlé à machin, vous avez pas découvert.
Mais
tel
tant
machin.
pis, c'est pas grave, on s'en fout. Allez,
Next time,
Godoy.
I'll listen to my mother. Not a day has gone by without something happening to me.
Napoléon.
What now?
Napoléon.
Louis, open up, please.
Coming, Mr.
Washington,
President, I'm coming.
fuck. Pour qu'il tente de nous convaincre.
Louis. Oh,
Et
there
pour que
you
ça
are
fasse
at
en plus que
last.
Napoléon, on lui a parlé
Yes,
une fois de
I
tout le jeu.
Just saw your mother. She was accompanied by Emily, and they both went into the Duchess's room.
Ah,
I tried to join them, but I was refused entry. Louis,
Intéressant,
this
ça.
does not bode well.
ouais, mais
Shit.
attends, elle va la
You
buter.
want to avenge your sister. I must act quickly.
You're
oui.
right, Mr. President. Thank you.
Du coup, l'autre est plus.
Du coup, on se barre. Donc, par là.
Il est
Par là.
gentil, Washington, quand même.
Oui, j'avoue.
Ça reste genre un gentil. Hein.
Non, c'est pas là.
Duke Manuel Godoy.
C'est là. Et c'est là. De mémoire, c'est la
Duchess
chambre là.
Emily Hillsborough. Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
Non, mais entre.
I do believe that's Emily's voice.
Frappe. Non, frapper. Alors, tu peux. C'est. Crocheter la porte, ça fait pas de bruit.
Par contre, si elle est avec un autre mec et tout, ça va tellement mal se.
I can't open it. It must be blocked on the other side.
Ok.
I'll have to find another way
Passe
in.
par la chambre
Quick.
qui est à gauche.
J'écoute ou pas? Non.
Non.
Alors c'est où?
Ah. Quoique. Si t'arrives à écouter quelque chose.
Bah ouais, mais
Ouais.
si c'est pour quelqu'un, tu quelqu'un.
Un plan à 3 avec la mer, non merci. Hein.
I can't understand what she's saying.
On va aller vite.
Donc, éloigne-toi. Va dans la chambre qui est à gauche. De mémoire... Ouais, celle-là. Tu peux rentrer. Passe par le balcon. Ah, tu vas peut-être pas pouvoir. Si, si. Oh oh.
I have to get inside Emily's room through the... Shit! It's locked.
Oh! Ah bah 2, si. 2, ça se fait. Ah, allez. Voilà. Voilà.
C'est là?
Non, c'est pas là. Mais non.
Mais dis-moi où c'est?
Bah, c'est là.
Là?
Oui.
Coucou. Moi aussi je...
It's as if there are several people inside.
Ah!
Once again, you're the one who's the victim in all this.
Attends, c'est quoi ça?
What are you on about now? I
A
should never
letter
have
from
told you what
William
happened to
the
me.
Younger
That's
addressed
worse.
it.
You
Hey,
know it full
a
well.
Russian
I'm
ruble.
not that naive.
non.
I
I
wonder what
know.
it'd be worth today.
Jette un coup d'œil à la...
C'est qui, par contre?
Il y a quelqu'un qui est
You'll
mort.
end up losing everything
C'est notre mère.
you keep on.
Ah merde.
What on earth is...
Ah merde!
You... Mother?
Ah
How
merde!
dare you do this to me? You can talk. After everything I've done for you. You are joking, I hope.
Oh, ça c'est bon
I
ça!
gave you my life. That's enough, Emma. Now that Louis is here, you will leave Sarah alone. Cease your revenge immediately. What? If you think you're going to... Louis, help me, I beg you. I can no longer reason with her. I am Emily. Quit playing games. What? Honestly, don't be ridiculous.
Elle, c'est
No.
celle qu'on n'a jamais vue.
I am Emily.
Ouais.
You are
Pourquoi?
wasting your time. Louis knows
l'autre
very
parlait de
well
se
how to
venger.
tell us apart. After everything we've
Et elle
been
s'est
through
vengée?
together.
Yes, well...
Don't you dare bring him into this.
C'est avec elle qu'on a
This is
couché.
between you and me. I ask for nothing more, so stop taking it out on Sarah. You prissy little bitch! How dare you? Now that I've told you everything, you want to take my place, do you? You are joking, I hope. I'm the one who told you everything that's been going on while you were away. Go on then. That's what you want, isn't it? You want to kill me. Go on then, shoot! After all the trouble I've gone through to find you. Go on. What are you waiting for? Here, Louis, take
Voilà.
this.
Wait!
Ah!
What's going...
An entire life for this. Go on,
Non.
shoot!
Il veut nous faire tuer
Sorry,
Emily.
Louis, I can't shoot her. She's my sister.
I...
That's enough, Emma. Louis, out of the way. She's dangerous. Don't trust her. What are you trying to do? Louis, out of the way. I am not Emma. Come on, Louis, tell her who the real Emily is.
Wait,
That's right, Louis. I'm fed up with this little game. Tell him who the real Emily is.
Why do these things always happen to me?
Well, Louis, come on, you know how to tell us apart, right?
Yes, but... I'd like to ask you a few questions to make sure there's no doubt.
Rational and open, Louis.
Let's see. How can I tell them apart? Wait, I've got an idea.
Ah bon?
On the night of our arrival...
Alors pour toi, c'est qui la vraie Emily? Pour moi, la vraie Emily, c'est celle qui a le flingue dans la main.
Alors adresse-toi à celle d'en face.
Non mais t'es sûr ou toi? Toi tu dis c'est qui Emily?
Là, je suis perdu en fait. J'avais une idée et je suis plus dessus.
Toi tu t'en souviens peut-être, moi je m'en souviens plus. De quoi on a parlé? Elle m'a donné un truc? Un mouchoir?
Oui. Elle avait donné un mouchoir.
You gave me something. I wasn't feeling very well, and you gave me something. What was it?
My handkerchief. And you
Fuck.
even kept it. It was stained with your blood. Louis, I already told her. This is all a waste of time. I'm the one who told you.
Right. Let's find something else.
Quelque chose de plus récent.
Ah, yes. Let's speak about my
Mais non,
arrival
mais-
at the manor.
Bah maintenant au pire interroge celle qui est derrière toi. Oh, ça coûte 0.
Mais sauf que je connais pas la réponse.
Bah c'est pas grave.
Comment Mortimer nous a accueillis?
Je sais plus. On va le faire.
On the night of our
Ah
arrival, we were warming ourselves in front of the fire.
merde.
Mortimer welcomed us in a certain way. What happened exactly?
Well played, Louis. Unfortunately, I'm not the one you should have asked that question to. Mortimer did not welcome us. It was Sir Gregory who welcomed us that night.
C'est vrai.
Mortimer didn't show up until 2 days later. I know that as well.
Very well. Let's try something else. On the first night, we went up to bed, but I wasn't tired. I went for a little stroll.
Bah non, ça s'est pas produit. Les deux du bas se seraient produits si on avait fait l'autre choix.
Si on n'avait pas été avec Adam?
Si on avait... non, si on avait suivi la vision. Et ben c'est ce moment-là que j'arrête pas de dire, on se serait infiltré dans sa chambre et on l'aurait
Est-ce
vu.
qu'on s'est parlé? Est-ce qu'on s'est vu? Est-ce qu'on s'est parlé?
Bah non, parce qu'elle dormait.
Donc je dis non.
Donc normalement non.
Donc je prends ça ou le vu?
Parler?
Did we
Normalement,
get a
c'est pas
chance
par-
to
Normalement,
speak?
on n'a pas dû se parler.
Certainly not. I was exhausted and went
Ça
to
c'est vrai.
bed. Don't think you're going to get away with this deception so easily. I can assure you, you're going to regret pretending to be me once Louis has exposed you.
Right. I don't think I'll get very far like this. I'll have to find something better.
Oh, I don't think I'll even wait until he's finished.
Take it easy
Fuck.
now.
Are you mad, Louis?
Lower your arm.
I better act quickly if I don't want things to
C'est
get out
chiant.
of hand.
Come on, she's putting one over on you. Look at yourself for crying out loud. You were prepared to shoot me down.
In the secret room behind the study. Talk to them about what you've been doing. Maybe they haven't spoken about it between each other yet.
On the night of the disappearance of Elizabeth Adams.
What about it? What do you want to know about that night?
Adresse-toi à celle de derrière. Oh.
Où étions-nous tous les deux?
Non.
Ça c'est vigilance?
Ah ça c'était l'énigme, la gorgone. Moi je ferais celui du bas.
Les objets?
Ouais. Au pire fais-le en gratos, si tu veux.
C'est quoi?
Je sais plus, je crois que c'est haut ou droite, je sais
Bah,
plus.
j'aimerais bien savoir.
Mais appuie juste un coup. Voilà, c'est haut.
Ça?
Ouais.
We found ourselves in Mortimer's secret
C'est ça, je me
gallery.
souviens, c'est quoi les
What
objets.
relics did we find?
Property deeds in Mortimer's name dating from very long ago.
Is that all?
You mean all those mythological charms? So there was the so-called Pandora's
Oui.
box that wasn't a box actually. The famous golden fleece that
Oui.
was a dead goat. A broken sword that could have belonged to anyone.
Oui.
Is that enough?
Yes, that's
Ça c'est
enough.
vrai.
You look
Tout est vrai.
captivated. Of course, he bought it. That's enough! I've had enough of this
Elle a dit la
charade.
vérité. Hein.
Louis, there's only one way to tell us apart. There's just one thing I didn't tell her about in detail. Too bad for you, Emma. I didn't want it to come to this.
J'ai couché
but
avec
you
lui
leave
hier.
me no choice. Ask her about you and I. You just lost, Emma. I indeed didn't tell you everything about it. Come, Louis. Speak about our intimacy.
Very well, let's talk about us.
La jumelle d'en face. Attends. Va voir si c'est pas... Parce que la psychologie, j'ai un doute sur le fait que ce soit...
C'est pas sa faiblesse.
Non mais moi je veux voir si c'est une... Non mais t'étais dessus... Immunité interrogatoire et l'autre. Vulnérabilité à la psychologie. Ah si.
Ah donc si elle est vulnérable, c'est Emily. Si elle est pas vulnérable, c'est pas Emily. Donc on y va.
C'est ça.
Last night, you came to
Vulnérabilité.
visit me, and I can't help wondering
Vulnérabilité.
why did you come to my room?
Non.
Louis,
Non.
you
À moins
must
que
be
les deux soient
mistaken.
vulnérables au même
I
truc.
did not go to your
Ah,
room
tu peux venir
last
voir hier
night,
soir.
and that's where your little game ends.
C'est pas elle.
Emma, because I never told you about it.
C'est bon,
So,
c'est pas la bonne.
there
Ah,
you
c'était
can't
chacune dans une
answer.
chambre différente.
Ah oui.
Une chez Napoléon
No.
et l'autre chez...
Ah, ça
Didn't do that. I
explique.
didn't want you to be jealous of Louis. Remember how you always used to react whenever you felt you were competing against a man? You dirty...
That's enough. I've had enough of this charade.
That's enough, both of you.
Non, c'est
Now
Emily
I
en
know who the
face.
real Emily is.
Et Emily, elle est déçue.
Refais select. Dépêche-toi. Tu peux pas le faire. Oh putain.
C'est Emily en face. Parce que tu vois bien, elle a dit oh non, t'as pas fait ça. Et elle a dit je te l'ai pas dit parce que t'aimes pas être jalouse. Je voulais pas que tu sois jalouse par rapport à Louis. Donc c'est à dire
Oui.
que Emily, elle aime bien Louis.
Oui.
Et
Donc,
donc
Emily
Emma,
en face.
Emma a couché avec Louis et elle a pas dit à Emily
Que
pour
c'était
pas
elle.
vexer Emily.
Donc Emily en face.
Voilà.
Bon bah vas-y.
It's you, Emily.
No, Louis! She is manipulating you!
No, Emma. It's her. I know it. Despite all the trouble you've gone to put one over on me, I know it is her.
That's enough now, Emma. You little slut! Don't think you are going to get away with this so easily. You are going to stop your little game right now. Never!
On a eu le
I
machin
am
pour Fire,
Duchess
c'est qu'on a
Hills.
dit.
Morte.
No!
Emily?
I am the Duchess.
But
You don't. Dear God, what have I done? See
Ah
what you've
putain, elle était
done.
pas morte.
See,
C'était sûr.
Louis?
Mais c'était
What
sûr.
on earth is...
go away. You must go. Everyone is going to
Du
arrive.
coup, on sait
Louis,
pas qui
what's
c'est pour
going
faire.
on?
Duchess, is everything all right?
Come on, Louis. There's nothing more you can do.
but I
Leave us.
Emily, what's going
Bon
on?
bah plus de
Mother,
duchesse.
go to
hein.
the crypt. I'll meet you there.
I'll be waiting for you.
Emily.
Madam, I am coming
Plus de
in.
duchesse.
It was
C'est fini.
bound to end like this, Louis. Let me stay with her. Please. Go. I'll cover you.
What? What are you
Vu
doing
qu'on a eu
there?
le machin profiler, je suppose qu'on a eu juste.
God damn it.
Ah, attends de savoir s'il y a un symbole à côté de l'objectif. Ok, t'as pas le droit. Bon bah va te faire foutre. Voilà. C'est
On
tout.
fait comment quand on est dans le jardin, on saute?
Non, bah non, tu repars par la chambre et
Par
puis
contre,
après
j'en ai
tu...
marre d'avoir mal au dos là.
Oui, bah au pire t'enlèves. Hein.
C'est quoi ce mal de dos là?
Je sais pas. Bah pourquoi il est par terre?
Oh, c'est qui ça?
Bah c'est Walner.
Mais tout le monde meurt ici!
C'est un bug.
Bah, je sais pas. C'est à chaque personne qui soit mort?
Non, c'est un bug. Y a pas de symbole.
Ou alors on est là trop tôt?
Non, c'est un bug.
Oh là là, oh là là. Je peux aller à la porte là?
Bah oui.
Mais on va dire que c'est moi qui ai tué le mec.
Mais... Qu'est-ce que c'est que cette merde? Pourquoi Mais calme-toi, toi
Ça part en couille. Oh là là, ça part en couille.
Good God. They're all here. They must have heard the gunshot.
Mais,
Where is Lord
Mais il
Mortimer?
entend les chiens.
Anyone hear anything?
fais demi-tour.
Ah oui, fais demi-tour. Nous on va aller à la crypte, va par là-bas.
Arrête.
Prends l'escalier.
T'arrives un peu tard pour me défendre. Hein.
Maintenant faut que tu ailles dehors.
Ouais, c'est gentil, c'est pas écrit pancarte dehors. Hein.
Prends la porte. Faut que tu retournes à la crypte. Donc faut que tu retournes dans le labyrinthe. C'est pas du tout par là.
Voilà.
Ah,
Ah.
lol.
Voilà.
Ah ça va hein.
Ah, c'est bon.
Tu m'emmerdes. Hein.
Ah, tu m'emmerdes. Eh, t'excites pas toi. Défends-moi au lieu de... On perd du temps.
C'est ta faute si on perd du temps. Oh le connard. Oh le connard.
Il te parle de ça.
Mais oui.
Et c'est... Lâche-moi. On peut que là parce que là il veut jouer.
Bon non, passe-moi la manette et toi joue avec lui parce que... Putain au secours. Pas sorti.
Derrière.
Par où je peux passer? Aidez-moi, j'en ai marre de ces gens.
On va pas se mentir.
Mais je veux pas aller dans la salle du colloque.
Ton poids.
Au secours. Et si je vais de l'autre côté? Bordel de merde, je suis où? Ah mais si, attends, c'était ça? Le génie. Ah, tout à l'heure, Red Eye. Si je suis toujours là. En effet. C'est bon, t'as déjà fini de jouer avec lui?
Bah, je sais pas, écoute.
Alors, par où je peux passer pour par là, puis par là, puis par là. Voilà.
Apparemment, faut que je te tape pour que Monsieur Dixit.
Louis!
Ah.
At last, there you are.
Oui.
Mother,
Oula.
wait,
Come, we have to be quick.
No, wait, Mother,
Time is running out, Louis. First, we must...
No! That's enough. I won't go a step further unless you explain to me what is
Enfin.
going on here. I'm begging you. Talk to me.
You must trust me, my son. You are
sure.
not ready yet.
You're the one who should trust me. Tell me what's happening.
You would never believe me.
I came all the way here for you. Now I found you. I'm ready, Mother.
If only... Louis, I have always taught you to keep your mind open and rational.
J'avais tort.
I know you are going to find this hard to believe, but what I am going to reveal to you is
Mortimer est
entirely
immortel.
true. Many years ago, I found out that demons really do live among us.
I beg your pardon?
And that they can
Mortimer est un démon.
influence our thoughts.
Mother, listen to yourself. I know you're exhausted, but for crying out loud,
On
listen to
laisse pas
what
nous
you're
raconter la
saying.
suite, là.
Non.
Demons? What next? An ancient monster with a head like an octopus? What do your demons look like? Have they got horns and a pointed tail?
No, these are not creatures with billy goat's legs. Forget your Christian folklore. Imagine them more as parasitic spirits. They possess their hosts and direct them from inside.
Parasitic spirits?
Yes, they are capable of going from one body to another
voilà,
as
c'est
they
ce
see
qu'on a.
fit. And 2 of them are present on this
Voilà.
island.
Right. So let me guess.
Moi et...
Non. Le croque-mitaine et le Père Noël.
Non, bah non, mais pas ça. Mais du coup,
Godoy.
pour moi, c'est Mortimer et Homme.
Non.
Les deux sont la guerre.
Godoy, il parle plus. Il se sentait pas bien.
Et c'est moi qui prends sa place. Walner, c'est qui?
Walner, celui qu'on vient de retrouver par terre comme un
Ah
gros
ouais,
con.
mais les deux là.
Don't tell me. It isn't Volner and Duke Manuel, is it?
Don't talk nonsense. Both of those poor souls are mere pawns in the hands of the real
Voilà,
players.
j'avais raison.
I was
c'est
answering at
Mortimer et
random,
Homme.
Mother.
Do you really believe that I'm joking here?
Mais j'avais raison.
Many years ago, well before you were born, I crossed paths with one of them. Since then, I've spent my life trying to find
Elle
it
est juste en
again.
face de toi.
When we recovered the Alizif, I was persuaded that von Burchard was working for this demon in one way or another. But I thought he would hand the book to a middleman during this conference. That's where I made an error that could well turn out to be fatal. The one who Burchard was meant to give the book to was none other than the demon
t'avais
in
raison.
person, Mortimer. Not to mention that Home had sent Volner to get it for him.
Home and Mortimer
Donc,
are
on a
demons?
donc t'avais
They
raison
both
sur le fait
seem
que
to
Holm était
disagree
un
about
méchant
many
également.
things, but I'll admit I never knew exactly why. There are many of them, Louis, not just those 2.
Mother, have you any proof to support any of this?
Of course, but you do too. You had everything laid out in front of you. Didn't you
Vision?
notice anything?
Arrête avec tes ongles. Espèce
Si, en
d'anxiété là.
Son arbre généalogique. Tu veux pas, je disais comme ça, mais son arbre généalogique est louche quand même. Mais...
I came across his family tree in his study
An only son.
since the Third Crusade.
The fall of St. John of Acre, Louis. The fall of Saint John of Acre.
Son bureau secret, le colloque, attends. Le fait que personne ne le connaisse, ça veut dire quoi? Lui, personne ne sait...
Ah, personne ne sait... Enfin, voilà, quoi, le mec, il dirige rien. Il dirige rien, il dirige tout.
Ouais.
Je sais pas, enfin...
Les actes de propriété.
Ah, les actes,
Well,
si, c'est pas logique.
those property deeds across the world, all signed by the same hand and over several centuries.
I am proud of you,
Non, mais en
Louis.
fait, là, j'ai
I
juste
found your
l'impression qu'on est en
notes
train de
written in
citer
lemon
tout un
juice.
par un, quoi.
Where all eyes size you up. At one stage, I was so afraid of losing my mind that I noted everything down.
Tu es chiant.
Congratulations, Louis. Wait, please tell me you didn't open Pandora's
Non, je crois
box.
pas.
The urn?
Non, on l'a pas fait.
I didn't. Why?
Good. We'll
Par contre,
deal
pour un
with it
succès, il
later.
fallait le faire. Donc moi, je l'ai fait. Il y avait rien dedans. Mais je l'ai fait. Bah, le bureau secret,
I went beyond
hein,
the night
voilà.
revelry.
You understood the Masonic date.
1191.
Of course, it was during that siege that the demon took possession of Sir Mortimer. They spent a whole
Il y a
night
pas
in
de chien, là.
conversation
Ils
until
sont
the
en haut, là.
early hours of the morning.
Odin.
Mortimer had passed
Le
the
chien, il est là.
test.
Il est
He
là.
had charmed the demon,
là, le
and
chien.
so it chose him to be its host for centuries to come. But tell me, did you find his secret study?
I did
Bah, oui.
indeed.
Did you see his maps of the world?
He has
Bah, oui.
contacts the world over.
Yes, I've been developing the Golden Order across the world for many years, and I've never seen anyone with such influence. It's simply inhuman.
Ah bon.
You mean the conference?
Non.
How can you explain
Bah,
that
si.
someone manages to bring together so many important figures without anyone knowing?
And without any security
Oh,
or
mais c'est pas
personnel.
possible. Puis il pousse en
J'ai
plus.
fait de l'amour. Voilà.
Au secours.
J'ai fait de
I
l'amour.
must admit, I found it difficult to understand how and why Mortimer didn't have a place in history.
On the continent, Mortimer and Home are mere dandies who organize society balls. History forgets them with a disconcerting facility. No one speaks about them, and yet they whisper in the ears of kings and presidents.
Mieux là?
Bah, je pense qu'on a tout dit là.
Oui, là on a tout dit. Bon, on les a tous faits, hein. Donc,
Louis, I am proud of you. You came all this way. You found me. You have surpassed me.
You taught me everything I know. Right. How did it all begin?
I saw him.
What do you mean you saw him?
I was 20 years old. I was young and carefree. I traveled the
Ça n'explique
world in
toujours pas
search
comment
of
t'as perdu
adventure.
ta main, hein.
In the Persian Gulf, we came across an ancient grimoire
Le Al-Azif,
that became
c'est
unlocked,
ça, non?
composed of 7 parts.
Oui, voilà, c'est ça.
Each one was a book in itself, set in a sort of metal armor that structured the whole thing. When all the volumes were brought together, they formed a single book. On my return to Paris, I set to studying these pages. I spent all my days and nights studying them.
Tiens, reprends
Oh,
maintenant.
I can imagine
de
you
jouer
doing
avec
that.
lui.
But the writing was in a language I had never seen before, developed well before Sumerian, in my opinion. So I got the idea to form a small occult circle composed of all the major names in the occult world to see if anyone else could crack it.
And you found no one.
And I found someone, Louis. I found him, or rather, he found me. He was young, charismatic, he was
Il est en train de
flamboyant.
me rendre chèvre.
Je dirais Mortimer.
You mean
Bah,
Mortimer?
Mortimer,
He was a veritable mine
oui.
of knowledge. I showed him the book,
il a voulu choper le
and he
bouquin.
was
Ah,
able
c'est
to
pour ça qu'il
decipher a
faut se
few
baigner un peu, lui.
passages.
Bah ouais.
We spent several months together studying the pages. He helped me understand certain passages until I realized that he only translated a few parts for me. But I had aroused his interest. It was too late.
How so?
I mean to say he manipulated me. He used me, and in the end, he stole the book with all its secrets.
Did he ever go to your place?
Not once. At least I don't think so. But before disappearing, he proposed a pact between us. He proposed that I follow him and let him teach me, allow him to bring me up.
And you refused, of course.
Why, naturally, Louis. You don't make deals with the devil. After that, I spent my whole life looking for him. 3 years later in Berlin, I just missed him. In London, I lost 6 members of the order in a chase. In 1741, in Tunisia, I found a sect of fanatics who had crossed paths with him once. 1741, in Poland. 1749, in India.
8 years ago in
dis donc.
Venice.
We agreed never to speak about what happened in Venice, Louis.
You agreed, and that was before you spoke to me about demons.
Bien joué.
Wait, the baby we delivered, you and me, that night in Venice, did he have anything to
C'était son
do with
fils.
Lord Mortimer?
The child was his son.
We stole his son? Are you insane? I always thought we took him to save him.
That was the case. It was precisely to save him from his father.
Need I remind you the mother died during childbirth? What became of the child?
Later. For the moment, that is not
C'est toi.
the key
Non, bah non,
issue
attends.
here. Once we found the Alazif
pas
in
l'enfant
Paris,
de- bah non.
I followed von Borchert's trail here. I didn't think it would lead me straight to the demon. It was careless of me. He toyed with me for a few days, until I caught on, until I saw him as he was. But he had no intention of letting me leave. We are all his pawns, Louis, and if we don't want to spend the rest of our lives turning round in circles here, we must absolutely
vraiment
get
sauvé
off
l'autre.
this island.
En la faisant
All
partir.
right, can we move on?
Wait a minute, one last thing.
Emma,
Non, mais Emma, c'était autre chose.
bah c'était quoi?
Elisabeth aussi, c'est important.
Bah Elisabeth, c'était ses tests, hein.
Ah non, attends, ah oui, j'ai confondu Elisabeth et Emma. Moi, je
Ah
voulais
oui.
savoir pour la sœur
Non,
d'Emily.
moi je veux savoir
I
pour Emma.
want to know what happened between you and Emily's sister.
Ah oui.
Great responsibility often brings difficult choices,
Ça se
Louis.
trouve, on peut tous les
That's
faire en
all you
plus,
need
les
to
choix.
know.
Dites-moi tout.
Oui.
On peut essayer, hein.
Mother, I won't take a step further if you don't answer me.
You dare blackmail me?
I'm listening.
All right, I
Bah, ça
used
marche.
her. So there you are. Happy now? We had the Al-Azif, and I didn't think we would be able to escape with it. In order to ensure that the book did not fall into their hands, or that one of them couldn't read in us where we had hidden it, I asked Emily to...
It's Emma.
Yes, or rather for me, it was Emily. So I asked Emma to hide it without anyone seeing. And then I
Mais
disposed
en
of
fait,
her. I am sorry for her, but she
Bah,
was
oui.
part of the Golden Order, Louis. She knew the rules when she joined.
Mais elle est pas morte. Bref, bon, on peut tous les faire, hein. Du coup.
What was going on with the cannons in Tuscany?
Ça
It
va
was
être long.
nothing.
Oh putain, elle est chiante,
Since when
esquiver
does the
tout.
Order finance wars?
The cannons for that Bonaparte fellow? Listen. Once in the lion's den, I did whatever I could to appear legitimate. So yes, I pretended to be interested in Mortimer's project about a young military man who was seeking funding for a foundry in Tuscany. Between you and me, if buying China would have enabled me to escape, I would have signed without hesitation.
I want to know what happened with Elizabeth Adams.
We haven't time for those details.
Oh, elle est chiante.
Bah après, c'est vrai qu'on n'a pas le temps pour ça.
Bon, ok.
You're probably right. What did you negotiate about the Al-Azif with Volner?
Absolutely nothing. I managed to pull the wool over his eyes until I found a way to flee.
Là, j'aimerais savoir ce qui s'est passé pour sa main.
Autre? Votre
Are
main?
you going to tell me what happened to your hand?
Better than that, I shall show you.
Ah,
D'accord.
voilà.
La lettre?
On the evening of my arrival, Cardinal Piaggi came looking for you. He was determined to give you a letter.
More of his lists. Louis, I think I know what's in that letter, and I beseech you to believe that it is the least of our worries. We can sort that out later.
Ok.
Samuel Ritter du Choix. You wanted to send me a letter about Godoy.
I wanted you to run a check on Duke Manuel, but frankly, it doesn't really matter anymore now. Godoy is just a pawn like the others. He is not the one I was looking for.
Bon bah allez, hein, c'est bon.
Good. I think that's about right. We shall speak about it once we get back to France.
Great actions for humanity have been decided by
Attends, donc
demons
ils
for
traînent
centuries,
l'île,
Louis.
là, du coup?
They are playing with our destiny. We are their slaves. And it's time for it to stop. By the way, what was Mortimer's project at this conference?
He demands that the Spanish hand over Louisiana to France.
Oh, knowing him, it won't stop there. We should do our utmost to put a stop to Mortimer's plans. But for the time being, there are more pressing matters.
Are you going to tell me why we're
Huh?
here?
Qu'est-ce que c'est que ça?
There. That's why we are here.
Il me faut ta main maintenant.
Qu'est-ce que c'est que ce fuck? Bethléem, Bethesda, Nazareth? Oh non, merde, c'est religieux. Au secours. Elle s'est fait trancher la main dans le truc. J'ai découvert que le cardinal Piaggi ne s'est pas laissé perturber par les événements. Passé par la chambre de Napoléon Bonaparte sans laisser de traces, j'ai protégé l'une des deux jumelles. J'aurais pu être témoin de la résolution de Napoléon Bonaparte. J'aurais pu apprendre quelque chose sur Alasif. J'aurais pu passer par la chambre de Jacques Perru pour aller sur le balcon. Écoute, on s'en fout, c'est passé. Merci YouTube. Des bisous. À la prochaine. Au revoir.